Zach Sang and the gang.
It's Zach Sang and the gang. We're hanging out in the studio with one of the mob wives, Renne and Graziano. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did.
And her son AJ, who, I mean, you guys are amazing already. We've been talking. You live such normal lives in a sense.
Yeah,
You're
well,
totally normal.
We're normal people.
We're very normal people. Look at the way we dress. We're like hoodies, furry boots.
We're both wearing matching gray sweatshirts. I love that.
Your shirt.
I love.
Yeah, not for nothing. I just saw Bert and Ernie.
Did you really?
That's me and you. We could be Bert and Ernie.
Can I just correct you, Zach? She's not one of the mob wives. She's the queen of the mob wives.
You're the queen.
She
Oh,
is.
you just got yourself. What?
You're the
Next dinner?
Yeah.
You got to cook? I got you.
Okay. Can I? We'll
work it out.
We were talking about cooking. I was saying I don't cook. She's saying you have to learn. You'll love it. We were talking about how to clean meat. It was a great conversation.
Yep.
And then you said your son is a great cook.
He's amazing. And I wish he would cook more. I wish AJ would cook more for me. So I wouldn't. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Since what AJ and I had gone through last year, I stopped cooking.
Why?
Because cooking was so personal. And then I moved, and now we're in the new house, and he's hardly there now. So now it's just me. So I am on an eggplant. I'm not even kidding. I eat eggplant like 4 times a week.
Really?
I order from this one spot, Reggiano's in Staten Island.
Okay.
The best
Really?
eggplant in the world.
But that's all you need. All you need is your one good takeout spot, and then they know you, and then they'll prepare everything to you. It's amazing.
It's actually funny because it's a friend of mine since we're young that opened it, and he's friends with the other owner's son. So, like, I call him, like, just hold the credit card. It's okay. It's fine. And best eggplant ever.
I know people do that. It's the best. You don't even have to worry about it. It's
Nothing.
amazing.
And they're like, don't worry about it. We know no pasta. We know that.
They got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what you like, what you don't like.
But he's not home because he's living a Hollywood lifestyle. You were telling me he's obsessed with a few people.
Obsessed.
Are you obsessed? Be honest, because I'm obsessed with the same exact people, and your mom was telling me, Kendall Jenner, I can't. Yeah. I'm obsessed with her
You
too.
told him that I told
No, you didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me anything.
Right.
No,
You weren't supposed
That's
to.
fine.
It's okay because...
No, he's lying. I saw your tweet that you tweeted her.
No, she didn't answer. So sad.
Oh.
How about Selena?
Miss Kendall Jenner,
she's gorgeous,
if you're
too.
listening, AJ from Mob Wives, my son,
Say Jay.
would like for you to tweet back, and I know your sister Chloe. It would be very nice if you did.
Can I just say you're gonna have to fight Zach for Kendall because he is equally, I think,
It's
as
on,
obsessed
man.
with her.
Well, it depends. It depends.
She's my number one.
Who do you... So she's your number one, but Selena's number 2. I'll let you have Kendall if I can take Selena.
How about we just share them?
That's
How about that sounds very bad. That sounds very bad. And respect women. Respect women. You never share your girl with
Monday,
nobody.
Wednesday, Friday.
You never share your girl with nobody.
See, and I think that's so funny that, like, you're saying, like, even though, listen, you're on a show called Mob Wives, and obviously there's a lot of, as we saw, there's a lot of, all of the men in that lifestyle. Wow, I'm treading on thin waters right now.
No, you can
They
speak.
have,
Speak.
they have, like, women on the side.
Nevada.
Yeah, right.
Hence, episode 1.
Right, exactly. But yet, I think it's so amazing that, like, you're trying to teach your son differently, and you seem like such a traditional mom and a traditional, respect me and.
Well, I'll be honest. I was cheated on.
Yeah.
AJ knows that that was very hard. AJ has a brother. That's how badly I was cheated on. So there was another child born while he was married to me. And I am very firm in my beliefs that that's not right. I'm not going to sit here and say I've never made a mistake, because I've made a mistake, but I don't wreck anyone's home. I don't date somebody's husband. I don't do that. So I want AJ to respect a woman to the point where if you don't want to be with your wife anymore, leave.
Yeah.
Because you hurt, 1, your children, and 2, your wife.
Absolutely.
So, which in turn only causes future problems. It could be drug addictions, it could be alcoholism, it could be abuse, it could be anything. So I don't think that men are, the brightest at times, because I don't think they think things all the way through. Right. Where women are much more careful the way they think. See, when women cheat, they don't get caught. That's how careful they are.
That's very true.
But I don't believe in that neither. That's not nice. Nobody should cheat on another person. Leave the person.
I agree.
Gotta
Don't waste my
So,
time. I won't waste your time.
Bottom line is they're not sharing.
No, we don't
Period.
share them. It's okay. We'll
You pick
decide
which
our
one you
songs now.
want, and that's the way it's going.
And what she says goes.
Okay.
See how nice? He must want something. Maybe a trip to Florida.
Ah, yes.
Already going.
That's really impressive to me. You really, I mean, your mom loves you. Do you
Yeah,
take
she
advantage of the love? Because everyone does it. I do it all the time.
I
With my
mean, I
mom.
don't know. Sometimes, yeah, I guess so.
Oh, he plays
But
that.
it's
Yeah, he plays that guilt card?
Of course.
Oh, he gets
Of
me.
course.
guilt card. I don't play a guilt card.
Yeah, you do.
What is the guilt card? What is that one, like, the one thing that you use? That one, that you
I
know
don't-
it'll
I
get
don't
you
think I play a
anything.
guilt
You don't-
card. So what's that one thing?
Oh, I don't think he even realizes it when he gives me, and we speak very open about my addiction. When he'll say something, he I don't know if he thinks he even knows what he's doing. Like on the way here, we had an argument that addiction is not a disease. He insists it's not.
It's my opinion.
It's been proven
Right.
that it's a mental disease that the first time a person takes a drink, it could trigger the disease.
Yeah,
He
but
doesn't.
That's a choice when you take that drink.
Right, but that's saying
So it's a
you have
choice at
addiction
first.
that runs through your family. If you took one drink, possibly it could trigger your addiction, which is your disease. That's all I'm trying to say. But when he says things like that to me, it kills me.
And you gotta do it.
I do not use.
I
your
don't say. I
addiction
just
to get
said. Did I
things.
just say he doesn't know that he's doing it?
Yes.
I don't use your addiction to get things.
I didn't say you did. I said you. I don't think you realize that is the guilt card.
Oh, not in my eyes.
Aww.
That's really
In
nice.
other words, I don't want you to say it anymore.
All right, I won't say it.
And I'll give you more.
Can I go to the Bahamas?
This is like this is like Graziano therapy right now.
Yes. Oh God. If you were Graziano, you need therapy for every lifetime.
I think that even the most sane, not even sane, I think the most, even keeled person can use therapy. Sometimes you have stuff that you just need to talk about.
I think everyone needs therapy, and I
agree.
think everybody needs rehab.
Uh,
Because I'll be honest, rehab does not just apply to drugs. Rehab applies to relationships, to domestic violence, to sexual assaults. Rehab is not just about drugs.
Yeah.
It's about rehabbing your brain, like retraining a brain that has been abused.
Yeah.
That's what rehab is. And I think that people are like, oh, God. Like,
You're
no.
that person?
Let me tell you, I was in rehab with multimillionaires,
I'm sure.
grown men that are running Fortune 500 companies, cops, firemen. I mean, I was in kids, 18-year-old kids. My heart was breaking. And we were all different walks of life, all different races, all different religions. But you know what? We're all addicts
Absolutely.
trying to succeed in recovery.
How long were you in rehab for?
This is my second time that I've gone.
Okay.
My first time I went in, it was 60 days, and that was before the show started. And then obviously the show definitely became a trigger for me, along with things that happened. I'm not going to blame the show. I'm going to blame the scenarios that I went through with the girls. Definitely has nothing to do with VH1 or the show. Has to do with the scenarios. And this time around, I went in for 28 days, but I had gone in with 30 days clean. I started to get clean on my own.
Which is great.
Yes,
Incredible.
yes. And I suffer from a pill addiction, unlike the word junk, which is applied to heroin, and I
Yeah.
don't know if people are very clear with that. But not that pill addiction is any better
Yeah.
than heroin or alcohol or cocaine. I just would like to be called by the proper term, and I am a pill addict, unfortunately. Recovering.
Recovering.
Congratulations. That's
incredible.
Yes.
And
And
AJ has a lot to do with it.
And that was something I was going to bring up. Before you guys walked in, I was reading a whole bunch of articles on your reaction to the whole your mom going to rehab. I want to clarify a little bit. I mean, how did you feel when she first told you?
I mean, I really don't like it. I feel like you could do things. I feel like you could make your own choices without having to go to rehab. But it works for her and it makes it better for her. So I stick by her side.
Fantastic.
I think AJ doesn't realize that the only way recovery does help is if you ask for help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you cannot do it on your own.
Absolutely.
You cannot, under any circumstances. I tried. The last time I went in, I didn't do the meetings. I didn't do it. This time around, I had to change where I go to meetings. Because, unfortunately, in Staten Island, being so small, all they want to do is talk about mob wives. And I'm not getting the message. So it's frustrating. And they told me in rehab that I have anger issues.
No, stop it.
That's-
Seriously.
Really? Like,
Seriously, I really didn't think I had anger issues.
okay.
I know I would be pissed off,
Yeah.
But they go like this,
Crazy.
and I won't say the F word because I know I can't curse.
Yes.
So they go, Renee, you need anger management. I go, what the F do I need anger management? Like, what the F is that about? They were like, Renee, you need it like twice a day. But I definitely am angry.
Yes.
And I learned why I was angry.
Why was that? I was going to ask you, what triggers the anger?
I have, mine is very deep-rooted.
Okay.
And AJ gets a little upset when I talk about it. But I was sexually assaulted in 2006. So that is a huge, I was never really angry before 2000. How I became an addict was I used drugs growing up, absolutely. But back then it was different. I became a prescription pill addict in 2000, the end of 2005. I had 3 surgeries. I had cervical cancer, so I had that. And then I had something done with my stomach, which was a major operation. I remember that one. That was bad. So they had me on, like, so much medication. Plus, antidepressants, anti-anxiety, diet pills, this, that. Long story short, I overdosed from all the medication, ended up in the hospital, was assaulted in the hospital by a sexual predator, which this is all documented too.
God.
So that is definitely the cause for that type of anger.
Yeah.
So in season 1, when somebody's boyfriend inappropriately touched me,
I remember that, yes.
I was practicing. I was 5 years. I had 5 years of, like, going to, working on it. And it was lessening. The feeling was lessening. So that opened
That
it up,
came back.
which
Yeah.
triggered my addiction all over
I
again.
mean, everything.
Everything.
First, everything came at once.
Yeah.
With you.
Absolutely.
And
at
then
once.
it just, the floodgates opened again.
Right, exactly. So not just that, I'm also a domestic violence survivor. So when I see other people having
It
issues,
triggers you.
it triggers me and it makes me want to protect more.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, people think I'm, this angry bitch.
But they don't know the whole story.
They don't know.
They don't know. All I want to do is save somebody. If I'm angry about somebody else's issue, like my sister Jennifer, I will protect her at all costs. I will go so hard
Right.
Yeah.
for my son, my father, and my sister. And I have a mother and my mother, of course I have a mom, and another sister that I don't go like that for. But if you go for him, my little sister, who's the big boss.
The big boss. Yeah, she's
or
the
my
producer
father,
of the show.
yes.
Housewives.
No, you don't even know
Yeah.
what happened.
Why is it those 3 and not the other 2?
My mother is the strongest woman on the face of the earth. She has 3 daughters. Need I say more?
Yeah, that's...
A husband
Yeah.
who has been incarcerated. We're at a total of...
Yeah, but you would still defend your mother like you defend us.
If I had to. If somebody was attacking her, yes. But you guys, it's
You
automatic.
feel maybe less
yeah.
protective over her because you feel that she's...
My mother, nothing
She doesn't
bothers
need
her.
you, yeah.
Nothing
She can
bothers
hold her own in a
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, like nothing...
Aunt Jen, too, though.
What?
And nothing bothers Aunt Jen.
Yeah, but she's my little sister. My older sister definitely don't need me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, I'm also closer to my younger sister because we're closer in age. My father, that's my daddy.
Yeah.
And this is my son. So I think that's the relationship. My mother is my mother, but I was a daddy's girl. My older sister's 9.5 years older than me, so I didn't have that relationship with her. But as far as my anger issue, aside from that, I think those are the triggers. So going into the show, cheating flips me out. Lying, because it seems that, I say the truth at all times, even if I hurt myself,
Yeah.
I'm still going to tell you because guess what? If I lie to you once, I got to lie to you twice, 3, 4 times, and I got to make up stories like other girls on the show. You know what? It'd be so much easier if you just confessed.
Yes.
Because not only does confessing set you free from that, but the secret's done.
Yeah.
You don't got to lie about it no more.
It's very true. Well, lie builds on a lie builds on a lie.
Right.
And
So
gets too much.
and I learned that. And even with him, I'm like, you don't got to lie to me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, tell me the truth because it's so much easier. He had an issue not too long ago that with some money, with some, kids, doing their little, betting on games, whatever, kids, games.
Monopoly.
Right. Exactly. It was a Monopoly game.
Right.
And all the football teams were the,
Right.
were the people around there.
Right.
Now, if you get yourself into trouble and you say, I need you to pay for this, and I find out that my money ain't going towards your phone bill, your sneakers, but because you lost your Monopoly game.
Right.
I'd rather you tell me for 2 reasons. One, that's an addiction. Gambling, Monopoly gambling will cause you to play life, which will cause you to play Clue. Trouble.
Yes.
And it will get you. And then Operation. Like, listen, dude, I'm telling you. Addiction. You don't have to be a drug addict or an alcoholic.
Hey,
They come into
I-
a
I-
Board game.
Listen,
Parker Brothers has screwed us.
listen, I have an addiction to food. That's a serious thing.
You, I go to the operating table. Who are you telling? But anyway, my point is, he didn't tell me at first that he lost Monopoly and Clue. So he was going to end up with an operation for broken elbows from his mother. But my point is, tell the truth. We solved the problem. And then I explained to you not to do it again.
So, just a quick question. As
Okay.
far as him, so you come from that lifestyle. What are the chances of him continuing that lifestyle, or is that not even
There's no chance.
no chance? Okay, no chance.
I don't even have to answer
Now,
that
if
then.
he was to
First
get
of all,
into-
AJ's, okay, in my world, you
Yeah.
have to be Italian, all Italian.
Okay.
AJ's half Spanish.
Gotcha.
So off the bat, what?
I'm quarter Spanish.
Okay.
Okay.
So off the bat, it doesn't exist.
Gotcha.
Even if we wanted to change his last name, it's never happening. That, first of all, that lifestyle does not exist anymore.
Okay.
My father is a giant breed, and I'm going to sound like Victoria, but got it for a
Gotti.
second. My father's the last of the Mohicans. Rolling my eyes. Just so you know. Rolling my eyes. The last of the Mohicans. They were Indians, Native Americans. Our fathers are a dying breed, period. Unfortunately, her father passed. But yes, they're men that you could never get again in your lifetime. They don't exist, those men. My father is the coolest dude in the whole world.
How is your dad doing? Is he still incarcerated?
Yes, he's incarcerated. He's in he's doing excellent. We're gonna go visit him next month. He's my father has cancer, so he's in a
sorry.
hospital in this new place that they have. He's doing great. We speak.
Good.
He,
Yeah, because he had an
he-
issue with you even
Yes.
being on the show in the very beginning.
He had an issue with because he didn't realize we're not talking about anything.
Right.
We don't talk about. I mean, for me, unfortunately, it was my situation was
Yeah.
a little different. But my dad is awesome. He calls me today and he said I was walking past the TV room. Not on Renee with that mouth. He goes, "Oh, thank God I don't watch this show. I'd kill you if I watch that show." I go, "You're on a federal phone. Killing me is a threat, Daddy." He's like, "I'm going to kick you when I get home.
Oh, my
You, I love you. You,
Oh.
I love you." Where's my grandson? That's my father.
And now, the situation with your ex-husband,
Correct.
I missed the first 2 episodes and I'm so upset about it, but I know that you got a letter.
Mhm.
For those who are like me and didn't see it, just can you explain that letter and the situation, the status between you and him and him and your son and
Okay.
can I just explain your body language just got completely, just look down.
Different.
I'm going to tell you why.
It was
Yeah.
a big shift.
It was a change.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to say how I feel.
Okay.
And then he's going to say how he feels.
Okay.
We don't agree on it. So
We
you
do not
just-
agree on it. When that letter was threatening to me because of the opening statement, "This is serious to your future."
Okay.
That's-
Scary.
That's
Yeah.
scary. That's scary.
That sets a tone.
I'm not saying he's going to come home and shoot me, but personally, I know him. I think for my son, and I will say this only because he's here and I don't want to ever hurt his feelings again. I think maybe his dad was angry when he wrote that letter. But I do think his intentions were to scare me the way he did. And he did. And it's very hard for me because prior to Junior, I've had security issues growing up in this lifestyle. Junior is first of all, Junior and I have no relationship whatsoever, no contact, no nothing.
And you never will.
Never.
Okay. Because
Never.
You really
don't know,
can't.
he
No, I never will.
snitched
Just-
on your
personally.
father and
Right.
sent him
For
back
my
to
own
jail.
for my own personal self,
Mhm.
I would never. 2, he didn't hurt me. He hurt him. In my eyes. I'm his
Yeah.
mother. That's how I see it. AJ has a different view. That's his dad. He loves his father. If he wants to speak to his father, that's for him to do. If he wants, he's 8, he's going to be 19. He's entitled to do what he wants. That's his life now. I cannot control that, though I'd love to, but I can't. Does AJ respect what his father did? Absolutely not. But that is his father, period. So, out of respect for my son, which is a big part of my recovery also, I had to forgive what Junior did to me, which was absolutely positively horrible. But I do not have to forgive him for what he did to my father and my son. So in order for me to handle my issues, I had to let it go. That's another reason why I'm angry.
I mean, I'm just thinking. I'm picturing getting a letter with that with the first line of that. That sets a tone.
That sets a tone, and if you know him, and then to sign it the strongest, kind of makes you feel like it's shaky. And AJ, I mean, I'm going to let AJ
what do you
speak
feel
on this because
you feel
I feel like.
I mean, I don't think my dad was threatening her.
No, you don't think. Let's not say that. That was a threatening letter, but you don't think your dad would hurt me. Rephrase that.
Okay. In her eyes, it was a threatening letter. In my eyes, it wouldn't, because I know he wouldn't come home and shoot her or beat her up or do whatever. But no, that's how I feel.
AJ, you know, being a domestic violence survivor is very hard. And that automatically puts a fear in you. And that's another thing he doesn't understand because he's not the survivor. Although he has witnessed it, he's not the survivor. So I'm not saying, you know, that he's going to. It doesn't matter. Again, it triggers.
Exactly.
It triggers the fear that once happened. It triggers.
It brings back memories, and that in and of itself should be enough.
Right. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble or anything. I'm just saying, for me, I remember everything that happened to me, all at once again. And I think AJ can honestly say that he can understand why.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying, you know. I'm not saying that.
Which AJ is becoming an advocate for children who have witnessed domestic violence, and he is he's very big. He speaks out about it. He's very brave to have said he remembers it. He also, and again, that's a drug and alcohol induced brain. His father suffers from alcohol and a drug addiction. So for me, knowing this, it's not that I do not believe that a man should ever raise his hands, but I also understand certain things differently now. You know, listen, I have a few drinks in me. One of those mob wives say something to me. It don't matter which one it is.
So let's get to that. Who are we talking to? Who are you friends with? Who do you not like now? Just really quick. Who? I know Carla's the enemy.
Carla is a non-factor.
Non-factor.
Yeah.
Okay, I
like
that.
People always go, who are the mob wives? Big Ange, Streeter, Ramona, Karen, you and
What's her name? What's her face?
Right, exactly.
She's done. Now you and Karen are good.
Always have been.
Always have been. And Drita, because I feel I like Drita. I feel like
actually Drita and AJ
Yeah.
get along.
Okay.
So Drita and I are cool.
We're cool.
Big Ange is Big Ange.
She's the best.
Big Ange is my my father's little sister, her best friend.
Get out of here.
For 25 years.
Okay.
So I know Angela all my life. And friends with my sister Lana, because they're all in the same age group.
Gotcha.
So Angela's been around me forever. Ramona is definitely proving to be one of the most loyal, loving friends that I have, and goes so hard for me.
Which in the beginning, when she first came on the show, you're like, go away, who are you? Like, you're causing so much trouble, and you're not even a part of them.
No, I never was like that.
I said that as a viewer.
No, she is way a part of us. No, she's real.
She's real.
Her bloodline is so authentic. The movie Donnie Brasco?
Yes.
That's her. No, her grandfather ain't the snitch.
Right.
Her grandfather's Lefty Ruggiero.
Was that Al Pacino?
Al Pacino.
I was on the set of that movie. So cool.
She's so real, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love going back to you guys. I love your relationship, the relationship that you guys have. I think
right?
It's so real. It's so like you're his mom, but you're also like I can handle it. You be real with
buddy.
me. Yeah.
I go to him.
Yeah.
I have problems. I go to him. You know what he tells me? Please, they ain't worth nothing. He actually, I think in the next episode, AJ takes me to my treatment center, and on the way there, which you'll see next week, has the most intelligent conversation with me that I'm like, how is this my kid? Like, And then he gives it to me really bad in the episode when he tells me how he feels, which I wasn't aware of because I was so incoherent.
Wow.
You know, and it wasn't. And I said last night, I don't use drugs to get high. I didn't use to get high. I used not to feel.
Yeah, to numb the pain.
To numb. I didn't want to. Now, I don't hear voices. Trust that. I didn't want those thoughts to fly through my head anymore because they don't just come at 1. They come at 10, 20, 30.
Yeah.
Speed. And that is too much for a person like me who's already ADD. You know, I'm everything. I have everything.
Now, I got to ask. I mean, if you had the option tomorrow to just forget about the show and dump the show and not be a part of the show, would you take that option? Because from this conversation that we're having is, you know, maybe the show kind of brought back bad memories or kind of, maybe in a sense, kind of reopened the floodgates a little bit?
The show couldn't have done it. People do it.
Okay.
Okay. I cannot sit here and blame VH1 for anything.
No.
And I can't blame editing.
Maybe it's the people you experience on the show and through the show.
You think so? I had somebody's boyfriend put their hands on me.
Yeah.
One. Then I have this girl. They play mind tricks. Okay. They know how sensitive I am.
Of course.
Pushing, pulling. AJ knows. AJ sees what they do with me. And that's why AJ...
She cares too much what people say. That's her problem.
Well, but it's normal. I mean, I do. We all do.
You don't.
I mean, I don't.
Well,
They're just words.
you're just very thick-skinned.
Right.
Which is impressive because now with the show, I mean, not only do you have the people who are on the show that you have to care about what they think, you have the public who you have to care about what they think in a sense. So would you put an end to it tomorrow if you could?
No, because although I hate the word junkie and being called that, I know that last night's episode helped so many people that I would not take back anything I've done or said because I am a real person that has real feelings and real emotions. And by the end of this season, people will understand season 1 and season 2. So if the word junkie saves one person's life,
It makes all the crap that is
That's right.
associated with it worth
Yeah.
it.
I'm a junkie.
Yeah.
Recovering.
Yes.
Whoopee.
Yes.
I don't wreck homes.
Mm-hmm. And are you fearful that you might fall back into it? You know, as you continue on with the season and maybe
It's very hard.
Okay.
Recovery is extremely hard. Extremely. It's like they say 1 day at a time. I practice 1 hour at a time. Things that don't happen to regular people happen to me. And AJ will tell you the craziest things happen to me. Like the craziest.
Yeah, she ran out of gas.
No, that wasn't crazy.
I know that was crazy.
That wasn't crazy. I'm talking about the stuff that happens to me. The people that, like the craziest scenarios couldn't happen to 100 people.
But it happened to you.
Happened to me. And it's happened since 2005 up to now. More so than ever in my life. With the addiction and the attack and a lot of other, like rehab. When I went into rehab, I went in thinking that I had a drug problem. I have low self-esteem. Maybe I'm a little angry. I came out with something called body dysmorphia,
Oh God.
which I thought was considered low self-esteem. No, it's not. When you chop your body in half, it's called body dysmorphia. That means you don't like yourself that much that you would take a chance like that.
Zach, it's okay. I'll tell you. She was on an episode showed where she had some plastic surgery and she was like this close to dying.
I was
And
actually.
It was like so hard to watch
I
as a
lost.
viewer.
It's actually in litigation right now, so it's a little hard to talk about.
Good. Okay.
But I will tell you that I contracted MRSA, which ate down to my spine.
It's not good.
No, it's not good.
No.
No.
4 months on a pick to my heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
God.
4 months of antibiotics. No, not
Yes,
good.
yes.
Which caused me to have another surgery. But God loves me so much.
much.
Let me tell you about God. Let me tell you how great God is. And I say this seriously and jokingly, all in one breath. God is so good. He saved me from dying on that operating table, only to have my ex-husband snitch
Snitch on your
and
father.
take my heart apart.
Right.
But,
That's a good thing.
no, listen. Then it triggered my drug addiction. But guess what? I'm still here.
But now you know. But now
And you know
it's-
what?
How?
But I
Now
don't.
you know what's
but that's
wrong
it.
with
I
you,
don't
though.
know how. But that's why I know it's God. That's how.
But
That, I get you.
before I interrupted you, you were listing off things that you figured out what was wrong with you. So now you know whatever you have to work on, and now you can become a better person.
Right. I have to stop chopping myself up.
Just basically.
Which I can't chop myself up anymore, actually. That's kind of crazy, actually. I have to have one more corrective surgery to repair the hole in my
AJ
back.
says no.
She'll never stop.
Oh,
No, that's corrective surgery, what Dr. Fiorello has to do for me. And otherwise, I will not touch anything else.
Can we talk about some good stuff that has come from the show?
Yeah,
so
sure.
I know that in an episode, a few episodes, we know that you're friends with like people like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You styled for him.
Yep.
Who do you hang with? Who's in your circle? Like who you party
your
with?
people.
Who do you hang with?
Well, first, as far as 50 goes, I worked for Tiffany Hasborn, who's
She's a
an
stylist.
A-list stylist,
Yeah.
and that's how I ended up meeting 50. AJ and 50's son became the dearest of friends. So we've slept up at his house. Like,
That's awesome.
Is
Awesome.
Connecticut Mansion?
oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I cooked
Got
in like
lost
3
in a
different
couple
kitchens. Then me and him went on the bikes, remember? We got lost in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
On his property, on his 15 acres, him and I
Jesus.
lost in the woods, and security had to come with the weed whacker.
There was helicopters.
Helicopters couldn't find us.
Crazy.
It was so awesome.
Just in his backyard.
And I'm hysterical crying. He goes, "This is why they kill the white people in the beginning of the scary movies all the time. Can you stop it, Renee? Can you stop it? I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die out here. Oh my God, I can't take it." He's like, oh my God. He wanted to put leaves in my mouth to keep me quiet. I took AJ to ASAP Rocky's album release party.
Rapper.
I'm friends with his mom, Renee. Her name is Renee Black. French Montana.
Rapper.
I'm
These are
friendly.
all rappers.
This is
Okay.
right from Tiffany has one. Actresses. Megan Good. Come
Yeah.
on,
I know her.
Deception.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, she is. She's my friend. She's sweet. And again, everybody I've met in the industry is pretty much through Tiffany. We know James Caan. He's like Uncle Jimmy.
James Caan is Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle
Oh,
Jimmy.
that's
I mean, that's
nice.
pretty
Right.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty
else?
awesome.
Who else?
I don't really know.
You would like to add some
Every
Gomez
rapper
to
I
that
think
list?
that you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
It's
So Selena Gomez, your next mission is to conquer Selena Gomez's world.
Yeah, one
Okay.
day.
Where did you?
Wait.
Oh.
You were Kendall Jenner.
Oh, yeah.
Kendall.
I'm Selena Gomez.
You got to stick
Oh,
to
so
one.
I got
Wait, we have
Kendall,
to-
you got Selena?
Got
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you have to apply. You have to see what comes out of your mouth. You speak it into existence.
Yes.
Kendall Jenner. This is your subconscious
You're
mind.
scaring the girl.
I'm not scaring her. I am the nicest mom ever. Ever. Tell the truth.
Nicest.
You were Kris Jenner. Who would win in a fight?
Oh.
I don't know. Chris is kind of.
She's
Chris
tough.
would be.
Oh, yeah.
Chris is a tough cookie, but I think Chris and I can settle it with some money.
Yes.
I think Chris knows exactly what she's doing, and I respect her
You
very
can
much.
you
for
can
it.
make a lot of money together, some way,
I
shape, or
firmly
form.
believe that.
Mhm.
She's got her daughters are very sweet.
Kim and Kanye having a baby. You're gonna be invited to the baby shower.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think
What
so.
happened? You have to speak it into fruition. It's a secret.
It's okay though. I don't need to be at the baby shower.
Not
It's all
yet.
right.
You'll be
Yeah.
at AJ and Kendall's baby shower.
I would much rather anything to do with for my son, of course. They're wonderful people. They're both. I met Kanye years ago, right after his accident, actually, at All Star Weekend. Oh, I know some ball play. Oh my God! Big shout out to Stephen Bowen from the Redskins. We just had dinner with him the other night. He's very dear friends of ours. And Jason Hatchett from the Dallas Cowboys.
Nice.
This is pretty
Yes.
cool.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God, Felix Jones, DeMarco Murray. I was on text with them last night. Who else do we know that plays? Oh, Tony Romo,
Romo. Oh,
Tony
Miles
Romo.
Austin. I speak to Miles Austin's girlfriend Stacy.
Another one of Kim's exes.
Desmond Moses, who plays for Green Bay Packers. Jay Bernstein plays. These guys.
You guys, you have a lot of
I'm going
friends.
to tell you why. I got to do the charity for Miles Austin's foundation. And when we got there, I had AJ with me. It was AJ, it's so funny, because AJ was like, Mom, if you ever become famous, the one thing I need you to do is make friends with the Dallas Cowboys. Mom, I got to go to a Dallas game. Little did he know, he spoke it into existence, because 2 weeks later, I got asked to do the charity.
See?
And my son came, and let me tell you, they wouldn't leave him alone.
It's all about him.
They was all about AJ. They were like, "Is that really your mom?" He's like, "Yeah." They're like, "So your mom's a mob wife?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm looking at AJ like, AJ, they make $25 million and they care about us. Oh my God, this is crazy. And then what's funny, I'll make you laugh. So I met someone that did play in the NFL, and we were going to try to date. But unfortunately, because there was this big, huge gambling scandal with my family, I'm banned from the NFL.
Really?
What?
Where was I?
You're banned from the NFL?
What? You don't know about my business like that. No, I'm not banned from the NFL. I can go to the games.
Oh.
I can't take the players.
Now one player.
Unless you're retired. Because let me tell you what the manager told me.
What do you think they were
Because-
games for you?
Because, unfortunately, what happened was Pete Rose wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame for a long time. It's because he got pinched with my family on a gambling scandal. So because of that, people think, well, they had gambling, so maybe he'll drop the ball. I'm like, listen, buddy, hold on to your ball at all times. sorry, Joe. Don't ever drop your balls. Or the ball, the football, the baseball, the basketball. Hold on to your balls.
So basically, stop the Monopoly gambling now.
He doesn't anymore.
Okay.
He doesn't, but he had to learn.
You had to learn.
But you know what? It solved.
Wow.
My point is, if you really believe in yourself and you don't want things, bad things, you stop. And I'm in the process of learning every day of my life to control the thoughts and the patterns that have given me a bad addiction. And I try my hardest to change.
That's awesome.
That
I
is
mean,
amazing.
honestly, that's great. Now, what's next for you guys? What's next
Yeah.
for you? I mean, the show season 3 is in
Mob
full
Candy.
effect. Mob Candy.
Mob Candy shoe line and jewelry line
Okay.
is
Ooh.
coming out. Well, it's way more than shoes and jewelry. It's bath and body. It's everything. But Mob Candy is definitely Renee.
Yeah.
Mob Candy is very Alexis Carrington. For all you youngins, that would be Dynasty.
Yeah.
I was her. That was my nickname growing up. I was that feathery, flashy, frou-frou, diamonds everywhere. They were real back then. Unfortunately, I can't afford them anymore.
It's the $4,000 trips to Florida.
Yeah, I think it is.
as she gives him
Thank
her
you.
son a dirty look.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, my love. So what I did was I made it affordable for everyone. So
Which is great.
everybody can
Awesome.
feel like Alexis Carrington
And
when
where
they want
are
to.
you going to be selling this
This
stuff?
we are in the process of Jatem Shoes in Brooklyn, which is right across the street from the Barclays Center. We'll have the exclusive, which is a shoe that I'm going to be doing with her. And then hopefully you never know where else I might pop up.
Zach Sang and the gang.